Always do it on my own, so I gotta get through it. And the only thing I know is to love what I'm doing. Never give up, never slow, till I finally prove it. Never listen to the no's, I just wanna keep moving. Keep my head up when I act, head up, that's a fact. Never looking back, I'ma keep myself on track. Keep my head up, staying strong, always moving on. Feel I don't belong, tell my thoughts to move along. Push myself to be the best, die with no regrets. Live with every breath, see my message start to spread. And I had so many dreams, then you hit your teens. Life ain't really what it seems, try to find out what it means. Always do it on my own, so I gotta get through it. And the only thing I know is to love what I'm doing. Never give up, never slow, till I finally prove it. Never listen to the no's, I just wanna keep moving. Yeah, I put out all this art, it's my only medicine. Yeah, everything I do, I'm just being genuine. Yeah, I'm sick of being screwed, feel my own adrenaline. Yeah, I do just what I do, and I hope you let me in, yeah. I'm grateful, oh yeah, able, oh yeah, I'm stable, oh yeah, no label, oh yeah, you know me, I have only a path, I'm lonely, but damn, I'm going to win. I don't want no fake love, I want the real stuff. Everybody listen up, cause I'll only say it once. I'm gonna show you all the path, if you want it bad. I'm gonna show you where it's at, yeah, how you can get it back. Yeah, cause I ain't never done, I'll be number one. Working hella hard until I get just what I want, yeah. Rises like the sun, yeah, fatal like a gun. Shooters gonna shoot and I'm gonna shoot until I won, yeah. Always do it on my own, so I gotta get through it. And the only thing I know is to love what I'm doing. Never give up, never slow, till I finally prove it. Never listen to the no's, I just wanna keep moving. Yeah, I put out all this art, it's my only medicine. Yeah, everything I do, I'm just being genuine. Yeah, I'm sick of being screwed, feel my own adrenaline. Yeah, I do just what I do, and I hope you let me in, yeah. Grateful, oh yeah, able, oh yeah, I'm stable, oh yeah, no label, oh yeah, you know me, I have only a path, I'm lonely, but damn, I'm going to win, yeah. Always do it on my own, so I gotta get through it. And the only thing I know is to love what I'm doing. Never give up, never slow, till I finally prove it. Never listen to the no's, I just wanna keep moving. Keep my head up when I act, head up, that's a fact. Never looking back, I'ma keep myself on track. Keep my head up, staying strong, always moving on. Feel I don't belong, tell my thoughts to move along. Push myself to be the best, die with no regrets. Live with every breath, see my message start to spread. And I had so many dreams, then you hit your teens. Life ain't really what it seems, try to find out what it means. Always do it on my own, so I gotta get through it. And the only thing I know is to love what I'm doing. Never give up, never slow, till I finally prove it. Never listen to the no's, I just wanna keep moving. Yeah, I put out all this art, it's my only medicine.
I'm Ryan Priest, and you're watching Under the Lights Racing. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome on in to the Under the Lights Racing League. I am your man, UTR Storm. And tonight, we bring you Canadian Tire here for the second race of the Final Four going towards a championship for the Xfinity Series. Only 2 races remain after tonight, and this is the final road course of the Season 6 era. Staying alongside me tonight, up here in the booth to help me commentate Canadian Tire Motorsports Park is none other than a guy who is here in the United States, but he was born in Canada, so he's born to know this track. Mr. Yeti himself. Yeti, my man, welcome back in. Welcome to your home track. Yeah, my man. And so what is it about this track that you like the most?
Apart from it being in my home country, um, it's a very different track. At least I think it's it has some elements that I probably say maybe have a similarity with like say Sonoma in terms of elevations, but it's a track that also will test the driver's endurance and durability to be consistent because any mistake you make can cost you. So you just have to make sure you remain focused and run your own race.
Without a doubt. And I am not good here by no means. I don't know if you've ever driven this track before. I know I did a little bit in practice with the guys, and this track is very unique. It's a very challenging road course. Very easy, but because it does apply to a lot of passing opportunities. So, what is your take as far as the challenge of the track itself?
You know what? That is a good question. I think the challenge, at least for this, will be more along the lines of getting, because I think in this race, this will be a race that may have a few cautions, and that will be due to drivers possibly making mistakes and getting other drivers involved. So I think taking advantage of every opportunity or even getting out to a good start at the beginning because the field will space out as this race goes on. So you're gonna want to try to get to the front as quick as possible. Don't get caught in traffic and like fall behind the more stronger drivers. Definitely.
Interesting take. Interesting take. I like it. So, we're putting a few cautions. I think it's going to be more of a green flag run because these guys, just something about them, they get going and it spreads out and they end up doing very well on road courses. Uh, take you through the lineup real quick. Let's see if I can get that pulled up. We have 12 cars on track tonight. It is Dr. Clater first, Dusty in second after he lagged out last. So he'll be starting second here on the front row. Black Hammer P3, which was a very shocking time for him. He was very surprised. He's usually not good at road courses, so to see him in third is very shocking. But interested to see where he can do or what he can do here at Canadian Tire. SP in fourth he is a playoff driver. LRS in fifth, playoff driver, and Flash in sixth. The last of the final four drivers in sixth, and then Drake in seventh, Mr. J in eighth, Arden in ninth, Ham Wallet in 10th, Deport 11th, and Outlaw starting last. This is going to be 36 laps around this track, 64 miles around this 2.459 mile road course. Yeti, out of the final four, who do you think is going to finish the highest?
Honestly, I don't even want to guess this to be frank because I just want to see who does it. As much as I'd love to, I know I'm probably in for a shocker, or maybe not. I just want to see who plays this the smartest here, though.
Well, we look at the points here heading into tonight, and LRS holds a pretty good lead on the final four. Obviously, this is based off of the final four finishing positions only. Points out the window for these drivers. What's going to happen is after tonight, hopefully the gap closes a little bit. But after last week's race was, let's see, delayed an hour and a half. We didn't get racing until 10:30 Eastern, and or actually no 10.
Mhm.
Yeah, 10:30.
About
We're
about
scheduled to start
10:30.
at 9. So Yeah, and then we also had lag issues throughout the race towards the very end. So uh, a long, long race at Atlanta allowed for LRS to take a commanding 11-point lead over. And third is Dusty behind by 12 and SP down by 14. In a regular race, Yeti, that would mean nothing. 11 points is easy to get, but based off of finishing position only, so that limits the points available really between the drivers. So I think we're in for a show tonight, but I'm interested to see what can LRS do to command that lead, as well as what can the other three do to try to get closer to LRS coming out of tonight.
Well, I think if anything, they're going to be a lot more hungry for this because if I'm not mistaken, LRS is pretty dominant, right? Or he's pretty solid at road courses. This is something that he's pretty got a pretty good specialty in. So I think they're going to be, especially SP. I think they're going to be a lot more hungry to get after it because there's not a lot of time left, and this is based on finishing position. So they're going to want to try and be as much ahead as they can, or even try to hope that LRS has an off day.
Well, only one thing to decide is that we shall see. So before drivers are getting ready, they should be firing up here fairly quickly. Let me see if Dusty is live yet. He should be. Now there's extension for him. That's right. So he's not live yet. So what we're going to do is we're going to go trackside for opening ceremonies for the United States national anthem and the Canada national anthem, and then we'll be back for more
Ooh.
Creates Opportunities here from UTR Live. So stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight over the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner
And now, race fans, here to say the most famous words in motorsports. Please welcome NASCAR legends Richard Petty, Kyle Petty, Richard Childress, and Joe Gibbs.
1, 2, 3. Gentlemen, start your engines.
Alrighty, guys, we're coming around to take the green flag here. We are live from Canada. This is the Canadian 36L green flag from Canada. Here we are. Plater on the front row, leading them in. See Dusty with a good pull right here. Track map up in the right hand corner to follow along the layout of this track. We come up to the treacherous corner of this track, this little hairpin or otherwise Canadian corner, more like Calamity corner, am I right, Yeti?
Boo! Terrible joke. But very true. But very true. Very true. Very true. Oh, that was, you know what? That was a dad joke. That was a dad joke.
Little button.
Ugh, good gracious.
And we're up here battling for 5th place on board with him as they battle through the grass here.
Ooh,
A little action. Oh yeah, so Ham Wallet back here supporting the Danica Patrick car. I love it. Bro's in a Danica Patrick car.
Here, no wonder he's in the back.
Okay.
Yeah, you're not the only one who's got
okay.
jokes. You're not
Okay.
the only one who's got jokes.
So
I'm in two.
So 10 laps here in stage number 1, and SP in his 42 off paint. I don't know, yeah, off paint TikTok looking car. Honestly, that's what this looks like, is a TikTok car.
Honestly, yeah, I thought it was a TikTok car.
Yeah, it looks like a TikTok car.
He's moving though. TikTok car or not, that thing is moving.
Yeah, he is.
And so is Dusty. So is Olorus. But this is exactly, I think, the kind of start that SP was probably looking for, especially in this, is start off with a strong start in the first stage and just carry that momentum.
And you see, there's so much speed here at this track because these sweeping corners right here, into turn 1, you see contact made between Dusty and SP, but see how much of a sweep you can take through that first corner, and then going in second corner, you can take it kind of wide, and then come off right back onto the track here. You see with SP, downshift just a hair, maybe, or let off the gas, but not much. Like, you can get right back into it fairly well, into the left-hand sweeper, heading up to Canada corner.
Dusty went a little bit on the, oh, whoa. What's happened to Dusty? Did he hit the wall?
Dusty?
I think so.
Yeah,
He's
Dusty.
Yeah, hard into the wall.
Front end damage that 68 machine already.
Major front end damage at that. Looks like he got hit by a semi truck. Holy cow. Thankfully, he didn't get anybody else involved in it, but that's going to be a harsh start to his race. Definitely going to have to pit here. Or he could try to tough it out and then just wait for the stage end.
He's probably going to end up toughing it out. Knowing him, he's going to tough it. Now, interesting enough, if we have green flag pit stops are onto the right-hand side, off of this corner right here, not to the left, which is going to be an interesting opportunity, because yes, they're normally off to the right-hand side, but the fact of the matter, you're coming into a corner already. So you have to go wide in the corner in order to go through pit road. It's a unique way to come into pit road.
Unfortunately for you Yanks, you're used to going to the left. You see, here on the other side, we do things a little differently. We go on the right side.
Well, at least we ain't
also
driving on the
coming
right-hand
from-
side.
Fair enough. You also gotta understand this is also more of like what's his name? It's more of a road course for like sports cars and whatnot. And that it'd be the same thing in say you go to like an endurance track is that the pits are typically on the right. And like for example, you'd say like Belgium or Spa, something like that. Belgium, Spa, yeah, that pit area you go into a turn, but it leads into the turn if you're entering in the right and then making a left. So similar kind of setup. The track layout's just that's the way it is, as opposed to like the tracks in the States that be on the left side.
I like that theory. We come across the line now to have just 5 laps to go in stage number 1 with SP with a commanding lead right now over LRS. This is what SP needs. Granted, stage points don't matter. But to show the pace, to show the speed, you're looking at your 2 road course aces in the Xfinity Series this season. That is those 2 drivers right there, LRS and SP. Clater, he's been in the mix for sure, but it's been mostly a dominating show between these two when it comes down to the end of it.
Ooh, Goer's got a little loose there on the entrance into that turn.
Yeah, you know, one person I'm actually very surprised about, and that's Hammer. Hammer is P3. He's holding off Dusty and Clater. One of them
Is that yeah, that's Dusty. Wait a minute.
Yeah, Dusty's in 4th. He's holding true.
Driving at a hunk of metal with a front end that looks slammed
Yeah,
in.
so here's pit road action going on. I was about to mention. They cannot make it to the end of stage 1 on fuel. Nobody can.
Okay, well, yeah, this is perfect time to pit for them for Dusty. Prepare get the damage repair and everything. Yeah, alright. Yeah.
So the question is, how far do they stretch it?
Well, judging from the fact LRS also went in, I think that they're gonna try and probably look for the undercut here as well. So
Yeah, but here's the thing.
I mean,
Dusty comes out ahead of LRS.
so he skipped repairing that car
He did.
entirely. I mean that just shows extreme confidence in your ability to handle despite a car with some messed up aero. And I mean, judging from his pace, clearly it's not affecting him that damn much. So
No, let's see, I've got his onboard here, right here. His engine is fine. His aero's at 92. He's got cosmetic front end and right side damage on the 68 machine. See,
okay.
SP takes it in. He dives on the pit road, makes the right hand turn. Here's where I'm interested to see. What does Clater do? Because Hammer is now in the lead, and Clater, we know, is the fuel saver. I don't know how many short everybody was to start off with. I want to say maybe 2 laps short. If it's 2 laps though, around this track, Eddie, that's quite a bit. That's a little stretchy right there.
Yeah.
Hammer out in front, Clater in 2nd, and Flash in 3rd. Those are your top 3 and the only 3 for a good margin of the track. I believe those 3 are the last 3 that have not yet pitted. We'll see if Clater pits this time by. I'm willing to bet Clater's saving if he goes another lap. Everybody else pits and he stays out. He's definitely trying to save. Alright, so Hammer dips off. Clater stays on the track. And Flash pits. What did I just say? I called that. So good.
That you did.
Clater stays out another lap. Can he make it? There is coming to 2 laps. He's on 2 laps to go right now. I don't know how short he
Yeah, he
is,
stretched it.
but he is definitely trying.
He might start coasting in some of the turns.
He's not shifting. He's very easy and gentle on the throttle.
Yeah. He's gonna try and stretch it. It'd be a hell of a stretch. I mean, that's a ballsy move in stage 1.
He
But, I mean, why
coasted.
not try it now?
See, he coasted right through there, that chicane. Just try and listen on the engine of this thing. He's very easy on the throttle. He stays out.
Surprise.
He's got a commanding lead, though. This is on the last lap of stage number 1 here. Question is,
And he stretched it. Will he run out?
that's the question right now. It's interested to see what he does. He usually ends up saving, but you never know. Because here's the thing. Dusty's fuel light just came on and Dusty pits. So he'll be fine to the end, but his fuel light just came on at 2 to go, or at 1 to go.
And that means Plater's light has been on.
Yeah. He's definitely been on one to save this fuel.
I'll listen to it right now.
He ain't moving fast at all. He's definitely in conservation mode.
I mean, he's got enough of a lead. He can do that, and it might just work.
He's only got a couple of more corners left to do it.
Is he out? No, wait.
Nope.
Never mind. Oh, no, he's
He's
not.
downshifting. Get to the corners.
Oh, yeah, he sounds like he's just staying in 1 gear.
Yep, he's got enough. He will do it. Stage winner.
He
Dr. Clay.
stretched it. How about that? I mean, hey, great fuel management there. That's fantastic fuel management.
If he ends up
Oh,
top
I think
3.
Hammer got LRS at the line. Oh, wait. Oh, never mind. LRS got Hammer at the line.
Yep. SP in second, Dusty in third, LRS fourth, Blackhammer in fifth. A solid job for that 16 machine.
Mm-hmm.
You got Flash. Let's see, who is it? Got rest of our top 10 right here. Flash in sixth. No, sorry, Deport sixth, Flash seventh, Denny eighth, Drake ninth, and Low Broke in 10th. Now the question is, who tries to save in stage 2? Because now we know you can save.
It can't be done.
And Dusty's going to get that damage repaired now after coming home P3 with a little bit of damage. So way to go by Dusty to pull that move off and jump a spot on Luke coming out of the pits. We'll see what he can do here in stage 2. It is Clater and SP on the front row as they lead to the green flag in stage number 2. Here we go. Hammer jumps up to P3 there. As LRS and P4. Dusty way in the back now. He's down to 5th. Flash on his left side there. They head to the Calamity corner of Canada. I'm very impressed by the drivers to get through there.
Yeah, with no type of... There hasn't really been any kind of major contact or anything like that. Really, the only thing that really happened was Dusty trying to lose the car there early in the race, but even he's had fantastic pacing getting the car right back up there as if it never happened.
Yeah, these guys are definitely racing hard, but racing with patience as well. Being patient, knowing how that corner is. They know the challenge ahead coming up to that corner. You gotta downshift, you gotta be easy. Can't overshoot it or you're going to full send somebody quickly. Down to 8 laps to go here in stage number 2. Only 10 laps in the second stage as well, so which means there should be about roughly 15 in that third and final stage. Honestly, doesn't the blue and yellow kind of mean something to Canada? I always see like blue and yellow a lot in Canada. There,
Well, depends,
I'm trying to think.
actually.
Is
It
there a
depends.
team or?
Well, if you talk about the CFL team, that's not that's not what we're referring to here. But hey,
You know, trying to see if anybody maybe had a Canada car. Maybe they're not that smart.
that nice. No, no, they're just not. They're not gonna do us anything special like that. But it would be nice. I mean, honestly, the closest car that's probably symbolizing Canada would probably be, where is he?
Drake,
Yeah, Drake's probably the closest thing you
but
can get because he is the national colors.
that's an in-game car, so no.
Yeah. Speaking of which, the guy right behind Drake and gets into the dirt. Who is that? That was
Let's see who
that
that.
was Here Comes Mr. J in
Yep.
the eight.
You know, Mr. J is a developing driver. He's getting better week by week. He was very impressed by his qualifying efforts here. Yeah, 8th out of 12, not so good, but he was very impressed by the car. The car handled great in practice because, you know, he was at the wrong track. So, Bro had to pack up once he realized that nobody else was at the track and head north across the border to get to Canadian Tire, where he then put some practice down on the right track and he said the car felt fine. The car handled the way he wanted it to. Um, Felt to his liking. In qualifying, he put down a faster time than he expected. So the team prepped the car very well for him, and they're having a decent showing. Not terrible, which has been his average this season. So very well done by the 8 team so far this weekend. See a battle up here for third place. Third through fifth is Dusty, Hammer, and LRS. And LRS tries to undercut, does not do so. Hammer went up the track into Dusty. You know, I don't know why, it feels so good to actually just, oh, LRS, first one to pit, never mind, I'll hold my comment until later. LRS, first one to pit road.
Doing what he did last time.
Yep, he was the first one to undercut. And it's only about halfway though, this is very early. A little earlier than last time. So if y'all are watching last night's Cup race, it was one for the record books. Homestead, Miami Speedway. In the next gen car, oh my god, no match whatsoever. Great racing from these guys. Mole came out with a big one, winning his 50th career race in this league. What an accomplishment by that driver. He is a example when it comes to this league. He is the one that we all say he's the one to beat. He really is. You can ask the group chat, you can ask the drivers. They are tired of seeing Mole win championships. And they are hungry. Very, very hungry. Problem is that he's just so good. He can capitalize whenever it means it's go time. He goes. But he captured win number 50 last night after, myself tried to pull the move to try to win it. But I fell short and did not capitalize on the win. Mole took it. And now he leads in the championship 4. But Mole's such a great champion in the sport, going for 4 championships in his career. And they'd be all back to back to back to back. Meanwhile, over here in the Xfinity, so you have LRS right here. He has been the champion of the Xfinity Series so far.
Also the champion of Truck Series too, but we don't talk about that.
Well, he was the dominant one. Does not appear though he will be winning the championship this year, as Deport is ahead on that one, and I know everybody out there just loves the fact that Deport looks to be winning his first championship at Talladega. So a battle between LRS and Hammer. Up ahead of them is Dusty. Dusty in third. Clater, once again, is your leader. Drake in second, behind by 1 second. Dusty in third, LRS fourth, and Blackhammer in that 5th position. Drake goes off the track. That allows Dusty to get by him for the 2nd position. Now, the thing is that Clater is a whole straightaway in front of him. This long back straightaway, Clater just now entered into that corner at the end of the straightaway, and they're just now coming off that corner. And Clater actually does pit.
This could mean something.
Clater to pit road. So now on board with Dusty, who is in second. We'll see where Clater blends according to Dusty, with a long, long gap between the two. Only 3 laps to go here. And he is going to blend right behind Dusty. So now, can Clater chase down the 68 machine? This time around, Dusty does not have damage. We're at 3 laps to go, heading to 2 to go here. Does he try and pick up a stage win here tonight from Canada? And after this, there's only 2 more races left until the end of the season. Bristol and Talladega. That's it. Only 2 more weeks. There is no... Actually, no, there is one off week with the 4th of July. I believe. Let me double check schedules here. For the Cup Series, there is no more off weeks between now and the end of the season, and neither for Xfinity. Season ends for the Cup Series on August the 7th at Talladega. Xfinity on August the 8th. Come around for the last lap of stage number 1. Dusty in control. Coming to the final lap here.
Go, do you think? Woo! All right. So on the final lap, Dusty has a he's long out of there. Clater is gonna try and do all he can and hope that Dusty makes a mistake as we come to the end of stage 2 here. This final lap, but I think it's all but over. I'm pretty sure Dusty's got all the space he needs. So really, the battle is gonna be for I believe 4, which will have LRS and SP dueling it out. Black Hammer is in 3rd, so he's definitely on the move here. But as we come around the actually Dusty's catching up to he might just lap. I think that's Ardeni sitting right in front of him. But Ardeni's gonna pull to the side, and I think he's just gonna let him go. As Dusty comes around the final couple of turns. Congratulations to you, Dusty. You have won stage 2, and Clater will come home in 2nd for stage 2. So he's definitely showing his consistency and pace. Black Hammer will take a 3rd place. SP will come in 4th. LRS will come in 5th. And yeah, that is our top 5 at the least. Oh, who is that just went into the grass? Oh, never mind. No, I didn't. Well, that'll bring an end to stage 2. We'll move on to stage 3 here shortly and see who comes out on top, because as mentioned before, stage finishes do not matter. It's that final position that matters the most. So will LRS be able to turn it up and make a big impact where it matters the most, or will somebody else run away with it? So far it's looked like Clater, Dusty, and SP are probably the favorites to kind of just get a win here. It's going to depend who gets on it the quickest, but evidently on pace, when not having any damage, Dusty has superb pace, and so does Clater. Going to turn 1, side by side for first. Dusty will edge out Clater just a little bit. SP will slide up into 3rd past Hammer, and that will slide Hammer back into 4th, and then LRS will be in 5th, and that looks like, I believe that's Drake in the background along with Ardeni going a little outside the lining. SP will send it up on the inside. He'll make the pass. Contact between Hammer and Clater. That'll cause a gap in between. LRS find a way to make a move here. SP will slide up into 2nd, and in 1st place will remain Dusty. Some hard racing here in the final stage on the 1st lap, so it's going to be a battle all the way to the finish here. Definitely. Hammer's got LRS on his outside. He's trying to make a pass here. He's all over the back of Hammer. And I think Hammer will be able to maintain the defense and hold on to that fourth place. He will, as a matter of fact. And behind LRS, don't sleep now. There's also Flash, who's been relatively quiet. He's still somewhat in the picture here. So I wouldn't put anything past him. Actually, LRS pulled to the side here. Something must have happened, but now Flash will get by LRS, and that will slide Flash up into fifth. Dusty got SP all over him. SP's gonna try to send it inside a little bit. He's got to run on the exit. Actually, Dusty's got a better run though. Clater's also still in this thing. It's gonna be a battle between those three cars for that first place position. You got a Hammer waiting in the wings. You got Flash a little bit farther behind, followed by LRS. Clater swings it on the inside. He had a much better line, and that allows him to close up a little bit. SP all over the bumper of Dusty, and Clater is not far off of SP's bumper, so really they are going blow for blow here. I think SP's just kind of feeling out Dusty here, seeing what opportunities he can make in the different areas of the track here, and he's just going to kind of wait him out. They've got time, and I think SP's going to make the move right here. Hold on, he's got the exit, he's got the line, but Dusty just a little bit better on the throttle on exit. He will maintain first place. SP going on that inside again. He tries to swing it around, unable to do so. Switchbacks. He gets into the dirt a little bit, still unable to make the move. Coming out of the final turn, Clater's now on the attack here due to that mistake by SP. So could Clater make a move and slide up into second? He'll fall back in line. They'll go back into the single file line and see what moves can be made at a later opportunity. You've still got Hammer in fourth. You still got LRS in fifth. You got Flash in sixth. SP again sends up the inside, tries to find an opportunity to make a move. He's still unable to make the move here. Dusty doing a great job mounting this defense here, getting on the gas a little bit before SP, and that's all he needs to get the run out on the exit. That top five are remaining relatively close to each other. You got the main three, and then you got the two other guys just kind of waiting in the wings, trying to find the opportunities here. But the main three to watch will be Dusty, SP, and Clater, and I would not sleep on Clater. Clater's been arguably probably on pace, probably one of the better drivers between those two. At both SP and Dusty made a bit of a mistake going into that turn. And frankly, I think if SP didn't have the mistake that he had and checked up the way he did, he probably would have got by Dusty. Because that is actually allowed Hammer to close that gap, and towing behind Hammer is also LRS. Oh, Dusty actually will come down pit road here, and that will slide SP up into the front with Clay behind him. Hammers now slides up in third, and that will put LRS into fourth and Flash into fifth. Oh, welcome back, by the way.
Yeah, good to be back. Picking up where we
Missed a
left.
good little bit of it, and you missed the little bit of fun action there.
Looks like we're
They came
still-
out swinging.
Uh-oh.
So
What was it? The
just no.
pressure has heated up, definitely, you can tell.
Oh yeah, trust. Watching this back, you're gonna love the commentary work here. I got some quality wordplay.
I'll be interested to go back and watch. Okay, so battle right now between SP and Clater, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, it is. For the race lead. And SP dips
And
off the
SP
pit.
will pit, and so will Hammer as well,
Yeah, he brings in a couple.
and LRS. All right. So
Interesting.
that puts Clater completely out in front by himself here, and with traffic up ahead, if he ends up catching up to that, will likely slow him down a little bit, which isn't good if he doesn't want the drivers behind him that did pit to get the undercut on him, because he will have to pit.
Yeah, no way you can stretch it at this point. There's no way. But what I'm interested is the fact that LRS was not the person on pit road. He actually came down with a group of guys.
Because Dusty pitted the lap before.
So Dusty with the undercut this time.
And it worked like a charm, that's for sure. Hell of a job by Dusty.
Now with these fresher tires though, what can Hammer and LRS do to get back to Dusty? Dusty currently in the 6th spot, SP in 5th. SP, I believe, will be retaining the lead. Dusty off track just a little bit. That's going to allow Hammer to get back up to him.
See, before the pit stops on pace, frankly, the top three to watch were SP, Clater, and Dusty. And then you had Hammer kind of hanging in the wings in fourth, and then behind them was Flash and LRS. Dusty and SP had a little bit of a moment where they got loose, checked up a little bit. That caused Clater to check up, and then that allowed Hammer to pull in a little bit, and that also behind Hammer, since LRS was kind of on tow with him and had his draft on the straightaways, that pulled in LRS by result. So, because that also Flash would be pulled in. But Flash and Clater will now pit. That's gonna swing Dusty definitely up into first, and that may just drag Hammer up into second.
Let's see, now with 5 laps to go, cautions are off.
Yep, that
And right
looks
now,
like that.
Dusty is P4. Hammer be P5 right now. Drake right now is your leader, having to pit though. And SP up ahead of Dusty, so I know he's in 3rd. Trying to see who the 2nd place driver is. Alright, hang on, let's see who it is. I believe it is going to be... Well, it's like... Yeah.
Ooh, Hammer gets loose on exit. He checks up a little bit. That actually slows up LRS as well.
Yeah, LRS
Probably not
trying
what
to
you
get by him.
want. Hammer's done a hell of a job keeping LRS at least behind him and keeping him waiting in the wings.
Oh, he's definitely keeping him at bay right now.
Yeah, and honestly, all that does is actually help the guys who really needed him held back.
Hammer goes wide, and maybe gets a little contact right there. But...
No contact. He kept it clean, but again, it's
There's
just
the under.
he's. Ooh,
There's the pass right there. That was a solid job by LRS to set it up right there, with
I don't
LRS
think
having the
Hammer's just gonna let
advantage.
it go though.
Oh,
Hammer's gonna hang it. Hammer's gonna do it. He's gonna swing it right back out in front of him.
only Luke got into the inside wall, cut it a little short. He's gonna go after the attack. He goes wide.
Hard overshoot. It looks a little bit like he's getting desperate to get by him now.
This is for the top three now. Everybody has pitted. Dusty in third.
SP
I
and
believe there's a
Dusty
couple more.
Hammer a beer for this. He's blocking him like his life depends on it. I
Hammer
wouldn't even say that it's just blocking him. He's just driving defensively.
and
He's
Hammer is
doing
not a
what he
playoff
can.
contender. He is not. But that one car right behind him is a championship lurking driver. But Hammer knows SP is out in front of Dusty, and they need to close in on LRS. So if they can beat him, then it's going to be a race. This is their shot to get back into it.
Well, right now it's looking like that shot is all but gonna happen because unless Hammer makes a drastic mistake here, or not even LRS, unless Hammer makes a drastic mistake here, LRS is just gonna be chilling behind him because he's held him back like tremendously. LRS gets to the wall again going into that turn. So I don't know if he's feeling the pressure a little bit.
So right now, 3 laps to go. And right now your top 3 is SP in command as a championship contender, trying to get back in this hunt. Then you have Clater, a non-factor for the championship, running second. Dusty, a championship contender, running third. Hammer in fourth. And then you have LRS, a championship contender, in fifth.
You know, SP's doing a commanding job here, trying to just maintain first,
Ooh.
run the best laps he can.
Hammer
So I don't see that.
Hammer allowed LRS to get by. He overshot the corner, had to jump into the grass, and to get the car slowed down and everything, so that cost him time. Now Hammer down to fourth, and down to fifth. LRS up to P4.
Well, I think Hammer did just enough and slowed him up just enough. Granted, I don't think that was really the plan to slow him up, but he definitely held him back. I think just enough where, yeah, I don't think there's gonna be enough time to catch up to Dusty, Quater, or SP. Those three are the guys who probably have the most pace at this track, so they're gonna be they're not really keen on making too many mistakes, especially at this stage. So unless something catastrophic happens, I think we're looking at the final finishing order right here.
Yeah, SP has a decent enough lead over Clater. He can't make a mistake though. That's the problem. 2 laps to go, coming down to about a lap and a half as they hit Canada corner. Dusty is closing in on Clater though.
Yeah,
Dusty
he
might have a
is.
shot at Clater. I don't think he'll have time. Well, SP goes
too deep.
wide.
SP goes way deep into the turn.
Dusty is there for Clater. That's going to be a battle for second. And lap traffic up ahead, that is Hamwalt in the number 10.
I mentioned earlier, these three probably have the best pace, and I'd say without an incident, without that incident at the start, Dusty has the most pace here. He's been probably the fastest guy here the entire time. But with lap traffic, we'll see how that plays in.
Hamwalt trying to get out of the way. He does. SP coming out of the final corner is going to take the white flag. 1 lap to go from Canada, sponsored by the Xbox One esports racing community. One final
Watch
time
out.
in Canada.
All right, SP. Now it's the time to finish it out here. This is a big thing for you. So
He
definitely
said,
gonna help your title fight, but
he said he needed to win.
it could happen. But you got a dog behind him in Dusty, and Dusty looks hungry for
Yeah,
it.
he got by
He's
Clater.
closed that gap tremendously fast.
He got to Clater. He is up to second. SP went a little deep there. Dusty cuts
What
it.
the hell?
That costed Dusty a little bit of time. He ended up cutting the corner. Gonna cost him a little. He's only got
Man.
maybe a couple more. He's only got 2 more corners left to try it. I don't think he's gonna be
he's
there.
out of time, to be honest with you. I think he's out of time. I think this is SP's Chance to do it.
Out of the final two corners, SP is going to come around the final two corners here in Canada. He can win in the States, and he can also win on the other side. SP is coming back to the States a winner here in Canada.
Congratulations, number 42, SP. Good job, man. Hell of a drive. And that will be Dusty in second, Clater third, LRS in fourth, Hammer, I believe, in fifth, Flash in sixth. Man,
Mr. J
what
in
was that?
7th, Drake in 8th, Outlaw in 9th, Denny 10th, and the last two, I don't know who those are. Ham Wallet is going to be probably 11th or 12th. Deport 11th, and Wallet in 12th to round out this field. But congratulations to the 42 of SP getting it done when it matters most, and he's back to his road course game. He ends it on a positive note though. He's been the road course ace, but he had fallen off pace. Here at the road courses, LRS kind of took that title for a few weeks at the road courses. At the last road course race of the Xfinity Series season, SP comes home the winner, and he will now close in a few points on, actually probably a lot of points. He may cut this lead in half possibly down to LRS. It's going to be insane to see how much closer he gets with 2 races remaining, Bristol and Dega. We're going to go and fetch our winner and our top 3 competitors. We'll be right back for some post-race interviews. Y'all want to stick around for this one. Alrighty, guys, welcome on back here to the UTLR post race interviews. And I am down here on pit row with our third place finisher of Clater. Clater, my man, you had one hell of a race. Uh, did a little bit of strategy right there to start the race in stage number one. You stretched it. I don't know by how many laps. I want to say by at least 2 laps you stretched it, but what a race by you to put on a show, and performance wise, you did excellent all throughout the entire race. Uh, Talk me through your race. How'd it go for you?
It was a really fun race, one of the most fun road course races that I've been a part of this season. But stage one, since we had to do that pace lap to get everybody into their position, it's kind of funny. As soon as we dropped the green flag, everybody went into fourth gear. So it looked like we all lagged. Well, on Danny's screen, we did all lag, but for everybody else, it looked like we just stopped. But yeah, I definitely saved on that pace lap. So I pretty much saved like a lap of fuel there. And we had like 8 laps of fuel in stage one, and then it was like a 10 lap stage. So I already saved 1 lap of fuel in that pace lap. So I really just had to save one more lap of fuel during the actual race and or actual stage. So I did that. Obviously got me a stage win out of that. I could have done the exact same thing for stage two because it was the exact same stage. It was 8 laps of fuel, 10 laps on the stage. But I really wanted to race because we all had speed. It was SP had speed, Dusty had a lot of speed, I had speed, and we were all going back and forth like SP just mentioned. And Yeti mentioned it too. I think Dusty definitely was the fastest. I somehow had the fastest lap, but it felt like me, SP, and Dusty were all just every other lap just swapping fastest laps. But it was a great race. You know, nothing went wrong, but it was I couldn't ask for anything better on a road course.
All right. Well, unfortunately, Alex had to step away real quick, so I'll be taking over, gentlemen. But hey, good job to you, man. Is there anything else you'd like to add in, add to this?
Shout out to Spire Motor Club for a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 finish. It's
Oh
definitely
God.
great there for some next season momentum when we're actually all a team. But it was a great race. Like I said, everybody in this party ran a great race. Dusty, LRS, SP, great strategy, and on to was it Bristol next week?
I believe so. Yes. Bristol and then what? Dago, right?
Yeah, I think so.
All right. Well, we shall now move on to our second place finisher, Dusty. Dusty, talk to me,
What's up?
man. How do you feel about this race? How do you feel about your finishing position? Things you could have did differently in the race? Talk to me.
Yeah, it really sucked. If I didn't screw up that last corner and absolutely Kim blocked that last little, I don't know what to call that turn, but I think I definitely would have been closer because the last little section of the track, I got right on his bumper and I was right on his back to the line. I think I didn't if I didn't mess up there, we were gonna have
Mm,
shit, my bad.
you good?
My whatever. But yeah, I think we would have been neck and neck right at the line. If not, I was probably gonna try something, because it's playoff. But yeah, I was
Mhm.
definitely that last lap. I was hauling ass. I think I was oversteering every turn, drifting every turn, just trying to get back to him. But yeah, good race, top three, and LRS. It was real fun. And I've
Let me just say you were flying. Even matter of fact, that was gonna be my next question. So what happened in stage one where you kind of had that shunt into the wall?
no, I just overcorrected. Like I usually do it
Okay.
about once or twice every race, but yeah, with damage, I've noticed on at least road courses, damage really doesn't do much to the car unless you like absolutely destroy it. So
Yeah,
yeah,
because even after you were flying, you got right back up into it. You were right there, and I mean, you had amazing pace. And I genuinely think if maybe there were another 2, 3 laps, I think you probably would have called SP. To be completely honest with you. But good job to you, man. Good job on a second place finish and your hopes in a good old playoff contention.
appreciate it.
Now we move on to our winner, driver number 42, SP in Victory Lane. Talk to me, man. How do you feel? Let's hear it. Don't say nothing.
SP moment.
Hmm? Yeah,
What?
major SP.
Am I
Oh,
muted? Oh
yes,
fuck.
yes, you were
Oh
muted.
shit. My bad.
Come on,
No, let
man.
me
You
let
won
me
the.
just be for I'm gonna just be 100% honest with y'all. I didn't think I was gonna win tonight. I'm not very I have not been consistent at all in the playoffs in any round. I have not been able to get anything going my way. And honestly, like I've just been messing up. Too many mistakes and just too many SP kind of strategies and um it's been rough the last few months. I've only gotten one win, and it was between the three series in the last I want to say 3 months. Like it's been rough. Only one win at Vegas from a little bit of push from Luke, but yeah, I mean we have just not been ourselves. I mean coming into the Final Four here, um, we expected big things, even in the playoffs in general, and we just have not been there. We've been lackluster, and it just kind of seems like we have just inconsistent after inconsistency, and it sucks. Coming to a road course, I kind of felt like this could change some momentum coming our way, and it did. We got the win, which is nice, but I mean, we want that championship. I know Luke's got a pretty decent lead. I know we're gonna cut it down a lot tonight, but yeah, I mean, there's no excuse for being this inconsistent. I mean, we got to the Final Four, but you know, just like I said, just too many mistakes that I've made, and it's on me to to fix those, and it's been rough, but we'll take a win here tonight. We'll be very we'll celebrate it a little bit, and very happy to finally break through and finally get that win. So I am the defending winner here too, so that's kind of nice to defend my win and get it done again. So I don't know, we'll see. We'll go to Bristol next week. We'll try to build more momentum up there, and maybe we can make it two in a row.
Well, let me just say, I think this could be the start, or at least not even start, but this could be a major turnaround for you because a win can carry momentum. So I think if you just carry that momentum into the following race, still remain confident, trust yourself, I think you can pull something off here. And I mean, if it's any consolation, you had fantastic pace here, and I think a road course is probably just what you needed, especially in this stage, something to kind of bring yourself back up into the fold because as we know, you are a dominant road course racer. So
Yeah,
congratulations to you,
appreciate
man.
it. Yeah, let me ask you a question. How did it feel broadcasting, like, I guess, home turf? A nice home track here for you. How's that for you?
I mean, it was exciting, man. I mean, honestly, it was y'all gave me a good race to commentate. I had a little stint where I was by myself just commentating a race, and I'm gonna enjoy, rewatching that. I kind of got my bag a little bit for that and just, let loose because it was great racing. Y'all made it exciting, so it was definitely a great way to have a home race here, especially where I'm from. It makes it all the more special. So thank you guys for that. Means the world that y'all would make this an interesting race, especially here. I do have one last question though for LRS. Let me talk to you, Mr. Luke Smith.
Yes,
Let me-
hello,
let-
Mr. Jaden.
And don't even
Here
try
one
and say the whole
second.
name. Don't even try to say the whole name. But my question to you is that so you had kind of I wouldn't even say lackluster. I just expected you to kind of come out and more or less maybe dominate the race, at least what I expected. So I kind of gotta ask, were you feeling any type of pressure later in the race? Because you had like your little moments here and there that I kind of hadn't peeped. So I want to kind of get your side.
Uh, yeah, in the first two stages, like I normally do at a road course, I don't really push. I just sit back and try and see what's going on, see what everybody's pace is, what lines they run. So, later in the race, I know how to get by them. And in the third stage, I, started to push, got up to third. I was running very fast laps, in my opinion. I was keeping up with everybody up there, was keeping up with Dusty and Clater and SP. And then we came to the pit stop, and I came out of the pits in a decent spot, right behind Dusty, right behind Hammer. And I don't know why, but Hammer he was just holding me up He
Yeah.
was hitting the
Yep.
brakes on the straightaway for some reason and was just blocking me off into the grass. I don't know why. I'll have to talk to him about that, but it was just weird. The last two laps, once I got by him, I closed 7 seconds on the top three. So I knew I
Hmm.
had the pace. I just didn't have the time.
Yeah, I did. I definitely noticed that. Hammer was driving you rather. He was driving that car like it was a garage door. He kept you behind for a good while, and it was surprising. But I was like, I mean, he's trying to maintain his position. I mean, he doesn't want to give it up, but I just thought it was kind of surprising. He's not in playoff contention. He's not in the final four. You maybe don't have to drive somebody in the grass, but I understand as a racer, you're gonna want to defend your position. So even though it was hard racing, he wasn't overly, I guess, dirty about it. It was a little moment here and there, but still good racing nevertheless. So I mean, hey, you still turned it into a good finish. Still are getting points out of this. So yourself a little bit of a pat on the back here as you go into Bristol and see if you can turn this into a strong finish at Bristol next week.
Yeah, thank you.
But all of that covered. Does anybody want to have anything they'd like to say, add in? We kind of wrap this up, and
We can wrap it
I
on
told
up.
Alex to get back here. All right. I didn't even know you were back, but all right. So we hand it off to Mr. Alex.
Yeah, guys. So it was a great race overall tonight here from Canada. It was one wild one. Appreciate everybody tuning in tonight. Yeti, it was such an honor. Not really the way I'd planned for it, but duty calls. So glad that you're able to step in and commentate here at your home track. I'm
Duty
glad.
literally cold.
Yeah. So so appreciate of you being up here in the booth with me tonight. A special track like this at Canada. Uh, so thank you so much. And shout out
Anytime, man.
to SP for obviously winning the race tonight. Such a great win for him and a lot of momentum, a lot of points that he was able to close in on LRS tonight can actually help him carry into Bristol. We'll see how can Luke overcome maybe a little bit of pressure oncoming into Bristol, setting up for what should be a great Talladega ending for the season. So, y'all want to tune in, but that wraps it up here in UTLR for the week. Tune in next week as the drivers head to Bristol for the Cup Series. Trucks are off next week, so tune in for Bristol, and then tune in for Bristol as well at Xfinity right here Thursday nights and Wednesday night, 9 o'clock Eastern. Don't want to miss it. Till then, be safe, take it easy. We'll see y'all next week.